Ramble.
Ba 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 ba. Welcome to Guilty Pleasures Now.
That was good.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, you had it spot on.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Guilty Pleasures. Today, we're talking about Harrison Styles. We're living in Harry's house. It's the summer. We're on strike. We're not talking about movies for the next couple of weeks until we figure out what movies we can talk about. Kelsey and Garrick are on the road, and so joining me today, we have Kaylin, our very own from The Office. Miles is here on the ones and twos, chilling.
What's literally good, everybody?
Kaylin, hello.
Hi. It's me again. I'm going to try to talk slower this time.
Was that a comment, or was that
It
self?
There was a comment. One singular comment. However, I know I talk fast. And oh my God, like I'm trying to talk slower now.
I talk fast.
Honestly, they better. If you made that comment, you better fucking start listening faster.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, I think people that can't understand me just need to kind of speed up their thinking. Like, it's not my problem you can't understand me.
Yeah.
Like, you just need to kind of get on my level, you know?
For real.
So maybe I won't talk slower.
Kaylin, you are a Harry stan.
Yes, I am a Harry, Harrie, Harry.
What does that mean?
That's a fandom name.
It's called Harry. I'm a Harry.
Yeah,
I'm a
like
Harry.
the Harrys. Yeah, the Harrys. Harries.
That's what the stand name is?
Yes.
That's so interesting.
Not Stylers, which some people think, which is
I think Stylers is kind of good.
no. It's Harry's.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's Harry's. I am a huge Harry. My credentials, I've seen him over 30 times.
Holy shit.
Over 30 times? Holy shit.
Yes.
You could put a down payment on a house.
No, honestly.
So
yeah.
I'm a strong believer in the fangirl to social pipeline.
Yeah.
For
And
sure.
so when we
For
were
sure.
and so when we were interviewing Kaylin for this job, about I would say 50% of the meeting was about Harry and K-pop.
It actually was. On my resume, in like the personal skills section, it says dedicated, and then in parentheses, it says ask the people I camped 36 hours with for Harry Styles.
36 fucking okay. So let's just start there.
Whoa.
We're
yeah,
talking.
you guys don't know this about. We're really gonna get into it.
So okay, Harry Styles, Harry's House. I adore this album. I actually fine line as well. Turned me
good.
into a believer. I liked Harry, and those two back to back, Fine Line and Harry's House, turned me into a firm believer for reasons that we'll get into. Specifics like I assume a lot of you listening, you're down with it. Look, he's playing all over the place.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
unavoidable. But I think as albums, they're artful, and what I love about him is that he's also someone who from the beginning has been aspiring for art. He's been aiming high, and even if his hits haven't always been right on the target,
yeah.
he's aiming high. So I think about Sign of the Times, which was from his first album,
Yeah.
and that is very clearly him trying to do a Bowie. And
He was breaking out of the One Direction mold for sure.
and people at the time were like, oh, this is just poor man's Bowie. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. We have one of the biggest pop stars on the planet who is saying, I'm not going to make radio trash. I'm going to try and be David Bowie, and I'm going to fail. But I'm going to land somewhere else. And
For
that
sure.
fucking rocks to me.
Yeah, and I also love, this isn't like Harry, but at the end of One Direction, the last album that they did together, and I still say they're on hiatus, I never say they're broken up. I have never once in my life said that they're broken up, and I'm not kidding. I can't.
One Direction?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, they're on hiatus, but their last album they made together, you can feel the like shift in the music. And I really feel like a lot of that part was because of Harry, because you can like, I don't know, there's just similarities. Like they really shifted from like just pop to like some different types of music. And I feel like that's from Harry.
So, but what?
And Niall. Niall's music is also great.
Way to go, Niall. We're not talking about you this episode. I'm sure we will. So I'm a Harry fan.
Yeah.
You are a Harry stan.
Yeah.
That's a very different thing.
Oh yeah.
Camping out 36 hours, there's nothing in my life that I can imagine doing that for.
It was
and
in the hail too.
What the fuck, Kaylin?
Yeah.
Why? What? So when you're camping out for 36 hours, I've never understood why people camp out for any concert because
Front row.
But can't you just like bully your way out?
No. That's concert etiquette. Are you literally kidding? Okay.
Zach, you're canceled.
No, and the thing is, like, even if you tried, you're not gonna be able to get to the front because the people that are on Barricade are on Barricade. My mom did that with me, by the way. She's a huge Harry stan. Her number was lower than mine because she didn't stay as long as me, and she was like,
what do you mean number?
So when you go, there's usually like a fan system. So like, for example, for this one, this was an arena in Florida. The venues usually
what album we talking?
This was his first tour by himself. So it was like self-titled.
He's playing Sign of the Times. He's playing Kiwi.
Yes.
I know my shit.
Yes, of course. There. Period.
Are you proud of me?
Yes, I am.
Okay, go on.
So we waited outside the venue. The venue technically doesn't allow camping. They never do, but they do. People online complain like, don't camp. They don't allow it. You just can't be on their property. So you go on the sidewalk off of their property.
Got it.
People camp. The fans give you numbers. Like they'll take a Sharpie and just write 1, 2, 3 on your hands.
Who is the cop?
Whoever gets there first.
Wow.
Wait, so there's sort of like a urban society that is formed on the precipices of the arena.
It's like Burning Man.
It's like Burning Man, sort of. And somebody, by the way, who has the authority to be like, you're number 7?
It's whoever
there's
gets
a
there
lot
first.
of fights. And it is whoever gets there. I have witnessed almost literal physical altercations over lines at Harry Styles concerts. Like, it's insane.
This
I'm telling
is exciting.
you. It is crazy. So like, yeah, like we all wait. And if you like, you're allowed to leave because, you go shower, you're allowed to go to the hotel, but like, you can't really be gone for more than like an hour at a time because otherwise it's like you're
What's
not
the
really
point?
waiting.
So Kaylin, you get there.
Yeah.
36 hours.
Mm-hmm.
How did you first of all decide I need to be here a full day and a half ahead?
Yeah, so for me, it was like my concert wasn't the first one. So I've been on Twitter. I've had a stan account for Harry. It was One Direction originally. Now it's just Harry. I've had it since like 2012.
Yeah.
So like you just see other people camping at shows before. You kind of see how early people are getting there, stuff like that. I never wanted to be the first because I didn't want to be in charge of the line, but I also didn't want to be like lower than like the 20th person there.
So what number?
Lower than 20?
Yeah.
It's an arena. How many
But
barricade
there's-
slots are there?
Like 100. But you want to also like, you want to be like in the middle-ish.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't really want to be on the sides, but you also don't want to be right in the middle because then it's just right where the mic stand. It's
So many questions. Number one, what are you bringing to camp? Are you bringing a tent?
So sometimes
This is on
tents-
concrete, I imagine.
Yeah, concrete grass. When I slept at the Forum one time, it wasn't when I lived here. I literally got off the plane, left my mom, took an Uber to the Forum, didn't have anything except for a backpack and a jacket, and I slept on the gravel. I slept on the gravel parking lot of the Forum, and I woke up with like gravel marks in my arms.
I mean, here's a question I have because wow, but like
Oh
that's
my-
so dedicated is like I guess a word for it. But
that's a delusional is another one.
yeah, sure. Was it worth it for you?
Yes.
And
100 I would do it again.
Talk through that because that is so much dedication for a single event that's what, a couple hours and then it's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
And
My fear is that by the time you get to the show, you're like physically beat the
tired,
fuck up.
yeah.
So that show that I camped out for like 36 hours, when we got to the hardest part is between the opener and him. Cause it's like you get through the opener, you're like excited. The opener gets off and you're like, oh my God, I don't actually think I can stand anymore. So I was like leaning my head against the barricade and a security guard came up to me thinking I was like passing out, being like, are you okay? And I was like, oh no, like I'm fine. I'm just so tired. Can I swear on this?
You can swear.
Obviously,
Okay.
you can swear.
I was really fucking
Do you
tired.
think it's clean? It's a clean podcast.
Do you understand that we have Kelsey on this show?
Yeah, you think she
You're
could
so
hold
right.
back?
You're so right. Yeah, I was really fucking tired. So like, and everyone is, and I think that's also why fights break out and stuff because everyone is just fucking like wired, But also I've genuinely made some of my best friends like going camping. Like I go to also a lot of concerts by myself, and I've never actually end up being by myself because I go and I end up knowing so many people there.
Really?
Yeah.
Because there's like a community of people that are this dedicated.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're one of 100 other people that stayed there to get in the barricade. And
Yeah,
I'm guessing
that's
there's a lot of
trial by fire, of
Yeah.
course.
And it's usually like a good of like the same group, especially if you're going to the same city. Like LA, it's like there's the same kind of group of people that are going.
Okay, wait,
every
but
time.
tell me about Harry because first of all, I'm hoping that if you're barricade people, like, does he know?
I think he.
And does
Okay,
he?
I don't want to be. I don't want to be crazy.
Whoa. He
No,
knows me.
No. Here's what I'm saying is that if I'm a barricade person,
Yeah.
I better be treated like a goddamn rock star because I'm thinking like, oh, everyone paid the same for these tickets. My job as Harry Styles is to play to the back row. Right. But now I'm thinking about this. I'm like, no, I am going to lick the face of everyone in the front row.
God, I wish.
Whoa.
My God, if he did that.
This is the first time we're
putting that on the soundboard.
Matt Healy doesn't seem like a supervillain to me because I'm like, you know what? Yeah. They did stay at the Barricade. Make out with your fans.
I for sure wanted him to kiss me when I went to his concert, but it's fine. He didn't.
Me and Matt Healy?
Yeah.
I think that's so...
But that's problematic a little bit.
It's so weird and slimy.
Yeah.
I made a joke about it, but I don't like it.
Yeah, it's problematic for sure.
But also if Harry did it, we'd all be like, oh, yay.
I mean, it's like if it's consensual.
So you think that Harry Styles maybe is aware that you were...
Okay, yeah. So let me explain. I mean, I have just been like in his eyesight so many times. Also, there's a lot of
This
theories.
is our first interview episode.
I know. I feel like I'm being
I'm fascinated by the whole thing.
Okay, and that's so true because I feel like whenever I talk to people that aren't in this world, they really it's interesting. It's like I don't realize that it's interesting because it's just like been my life growing up. Like I've been going to concerts in general, like for so many years. My mom was also like the same type of person, so I just like it's just.
By the way, so adorable that you and your mom can do this together. I love that.
Yeah.
But so you've been 30 shows. You've been a barricade. How many times have you barricaded?
At least like half of those. The only times I kind of stopped doing Barricade is this most recent like leg of his tour when he did.
It's been in a round.
Yeah, because it's been in a round. So you could be like, I would get there just when it started and I would still be like fourth row because it's so like, it just works. And even then there was like, if you went to the show, you would know at the end, he like runs down and out of the back and that part of the barricade would stay empty until the end. So sometimes I would go to there towards the end and then I would get to touch his hand. So
what does his hands feel like?
So soft.
Is there a cool name for like the Barricade bitches? The Barricade Brigade?
Barricade girlies usually.
Okay, cool.
But
Barricade girlies.
There is like tea on Twitter. Some people really hate people that go to like a lot of shows and go to like try to get Barricade every time.
Why?
It's like because they're like give other people a chance, but it's like
no, fuck off.
Get
Come
there earlier.
You're a winner, yeah.
It's all fair in love and war, you know? But to explain why I think Harry knows
you
who I
hate
am.
me because you ain't me.
Yeah.
You ain't me.
Exactly. And I can like admit it's obviously a privilege to be able to go like financially and stuff, but like
you wish you were me, you sleeping on the gravel.
Yeah. Exactly. It's really not glamorous. It's really not glamorous.
I love that you're like privilege checking yourself and you're sleeping on a sidewalk. You wake up with fucking concrete pebbles in your arm. And you're
like changing in porta potties. Like it's not cute.
I'm so privileged.
Because you also exactly. But Harry, back to like why I think he knows who I am. There's theories, but also like some people that know him have said that he has a photographic memory.
What?
Yeah. Because he just remembers people's faces like really, really well. Like people, like he just like knows. He'll remember, like he'll talk because he does a lot of.
Do you think he's watching this right now?
I hope not. Because I can't be perceived.
What if Harry Styles Vivo comments on this video?
I think I would drop dead.
I mean, this is a good question because Zach's always asking if there's people in the office like that you would be shocked to be surprised with. Would it be mean to surprise you with Harry Styles?
Almost, because it's like, what do I look like? What's my mindset that day? So,
come on in, Harry.
Like, I know that. I'm sorry, you guys don't have that level.
No, we certainly don't.
Harry will not be walking through this door.
Wow,
and I can feel comfortable.
And that's why.
I don't think Harry doesn't do anything with anybody except for Brittany Broski.
Except for James Corden.
Oh my God, yeah. Christmas ham. I used to call him my little Christmas ham.
James Corden.
Very cool.
I used to really
I don't
love
want an
him.
explanation.
No, you don't need one. It's fine.
I just want to move on. Usually in this, so in our new structure, we've been playing some Harry songs, and it feels weird to not do that, because we're so far in the episode.
Oh my God, I have so many things to say.
And I love so much of this album. It goes through so many ebbs and flows. I want to give a major shout. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just start with Music for a Sushi Restaurant.
Yeah.
What a weird song, and a major shout out to our good homies Brass Tracks because Ivan is the trumpets on this.
Oh my God.
song.
Yeah, that's sick.
That's so cool. What?
Yeah, Ivan played this song at my wedding. So I got these horns.
Whoa, that's so cool. Mm-hmm. The music video is crazy, by the way.
It's awesome. I do like the music video.
This is the one where he's a sexy fish man?
Yeah.
A mermaid.
Yeah. It's a weird album.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard for me not to sing.
Get us to the chorus. Let's get
Yeah.
da-da-da-da-da. Love you, babe. Yeah. And the music video is so weird. I have no commentary to say about this. I just enjoy the horns. It makes me feel good.
I was stunned when I saw
right.
this. I was stunned when I saw this music video.
It's great.
He's so hot.
So tell me about you. You are self-described as feral for Harry.
Yeah, I do bark.
You did. I came across a TikTok yesterday of you barking at Harry Styles.
And this was,
Yeah.
I'm very happy because this was after a discussion
It
at
is.
the lunch table, and
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, people are reacting to this. The world needs to know."
Yeah. And it's like, it's not like I'm the first person to bark, you know? Like, people have been barking for a while.
If people don't understand what you're saying, you bark at Harry.
God, it really, it's just something so unsettling about it.
Yeah, you could also do gorilla.
Sometimes you just like you see. There's really I get it, man. There's just nothing else that you can do.
No, it's
Yeah.
a primal instinct.
For Harry.
It's literally like it's something that like bubbles up in my body and I can't do anything about it.
That's fantastic.
I know, and I wish there was a way to explain it. And I feel like sometimes I feel bad for people that don't understand the feeling.
I want to. There's so much more I want to know about your relationship with Harry, but I want to talk about the music for a little bit.
Yes.
And I mentioned, that I think Harry, what he is doing that I love is that he is curating great taste and then allowing that to inspire him, as opposed to just trying to play the pop du jour bullshit.
Yeah. Do you know how he like came up with the idea for it?
Please.
So him and his
You're
producer,
talking music for a sushi restaurant.
sushi restaurant. Yeah. Him and his producer were having like dinner or lunch or something at a sushi restaurant, and one of the songs off like Fine Line or something started playing at the sushi restaurant, and he literally was like, "What a weird song to be playing at a sushi restaurant," and then was like, "That would kind of be a good song," and then that's how he that's how the idea came. And I think that's just so fun.
Do you know musically what inspired that song? Because it's really funky and wacky.
I don't know.
Okay, I don't either.
Awesome. I think it's just his raw talent. You know?
Can you play, what's the name of the final song of the album?
Love of My Life.
Love of My Life. So I
man.
really love this song, and I love it for a lot of reasons, and I
Yeah.
love the ending of the song.
It's so good.
Gesundheit, Miles.
Those are tight. It's such a beautiful song.
This is Baby, You Are the Love of My Life. Whoa.
You, by the way, you were the love of my life.
No kidding. Wait, it was You Were? Oh no, I played this at my wedding too. I thought it was romantic.
No, I know, and a lot of people still sing it You Are, but they just don't realize.
Baby, you were the love of my life.
It's also not about a person.
What are you talking about?
It's about his hometown.
What?
You don't know it's lost till you find.
No kidding.
Yeah, listen.
It's not.
Take a
Walk on Sundays in the afternoon.
We can always find something for us to do.
It's a mix about his hometown and like his family.
I just love the instrumentation of the song. The boom, boom.
And the repetitive, like,
Take you with me every time I go away.
And now I want you to skip to the end of the song, Miles. I'm talking like go a little further back.
Wanted to leave you behind. Don't know where you land when you fly, but baby, you're the love of my life.
Here we go. I want you to tell me that this is not Modern Vampires of the City by Vampire Weekend.
Oh, yeah, damn.
It is the exact piano instrumentation, the vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, pause.
Very similar.
it's similar, yeah.
And
It's definitely similar.
I might be making this up, but I think I saw an interview from one of the co-writers who fucked with that album, and that's where the inspiration came from. I think I have a tweet about it at some point.
No, I mean, it would make sense. It sounds very similar. It's the song, yeah, like there's like lines of it sounds like it's like him dissecting like how he's so far away because he's from England, like a really small town.
He's from England?
Never would have guessed.
I hate you.
But I don't know. It just like it's so beautiful.
I have a question, and I'm not really sure that I know the answer because I like Harry Styles' music, but I'm a little bit removed from music in general. I would say I'm like a newbie to music.
That's interesting.
You said that and it's crazy.
I mean, it is crazy. I think it's just that I obviously have bands that I like and stuff like that, but I really listen to music. I'm starting to do it more and more recently, and I like Harry Styles' album. But for you, can you separate the musician from the music, or is it all one thing? Like, is his album, when he has a new song or something,
right,
is it Harry Styles, the phenomenon that you know and love, making something and that's why you enjoy it? Or do you have songs that you're like, actually, this does not do it for me?
There's songs that I'm like, I have never heard a Harry Styles song that I think is bad. If that's because there are no bad ones, I don't know. Is that just because I love him? However, there are songs that I definitely like aren't on my playlist. Like I don't listen to every day. Like for example, from Harry's House, my least favorite song is Boyfriends, which is kind of a hot take. I think some people really like that.
That was the first song he wrote too.
Yeah. I like it. Like again, like I don't think it's bad.
You know, it's not. I mean, it's probably not my favorite of the album.
It doesn't. Same with Grape Juice. It's grown a lot on me, but it's another one that people really like that just doesn't do it for me that much.
Yeah.
It's about older women.
What I like. So other thing. Wait, it's about. I'm sorry.
It's about older women. Grape Juice.
What do you mean?
It's like about him like liking older women.
That's funny.
It's talking about like fine aged like wine and like comparing like
I just found the tweet that I had where it was listening to Harry's House and its Modern Vampires of the City, and then I wrote the song. The song "Keep Driving" is their album Contra.
Yeah, that's one of my top songs.
Yeah, that album. I mean, if you play "Keep Driving," that is from Vampire Weekend's second album. I refuse to hear anything to the otherwise. Put it on for a second.
I don't know Vampire Weekend enough.
Get on it, Kaylin. Maybe you can become. Oh my god! We could do a little guilty pleasures about Vampire Weekend. Oh my god!
God,
this is so Vampire Weekend. Yeah, this is very reminiscent.
And by the way, this song rocks.
Okay, and the lyric, like the fact that the lyrics are also random because it's supposed to like talk about how you like when you're in a relationship like this, it's like nothing really makes sense.
That's so Ezra Koenig of him. We just keep driving. This little.
Yeah, it's so good.
So Vampire.
I mean, that's fucking Rostam's production if I've ever heard it, man.
The bridge makes me want to like.
Oh, the
freak
fast
out.
Food cigarettes. Is
not the words, but yeah.
Whatever.
Passports and footwells
Whatever.
and kisser.
Whoa, someone just got checked at the door.
It's like, get it right. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Maybe just listen to it a little more.
Whoa. Listen to it after 36 hours on the ground.
Yeah. If we're going to talk about a song that makes me go feral, though, can we talk about Cinema?
You've got the Cinema.
It releases a Primal urge. I know I've said Primal a lot in this episode, but it's like, I don't want to talk about who the song's about. But
who is the song
it's
about?
definitely about Olivia Wilde, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about that.
Because it's you've got the Cinema. You rock when we get intimate.
It's you pop when we get intimate.
When we get intimate.
Like popcorn,
and it's like,
but
it's her boop. But it's the song is he's singing about like how he loves how much she knows about movies, very clearly about Olivia Wilde to me.
Well, yes.
You've got the Cinema, babe, and she's like,
song.
well, I'm a director. It's like, yeah, I direct films. I'm a film director. I've got the Cinema. What the fuck are you talking about, kid?
This song is like, okay, I don't know who I was talking about this with. Obsession Core. This song is so Obsession Core, and I love it.
What is Obsession Core?
It's just he's obsessed with who he is singing this to. Like the whole song is like being like, "Do you think I'm cool?"
Yeah, the lyrics are,
like,
"I just think you're cool. I dig your cinema. Do you think I'm cool too, or am I too into you?"
Like, oh my god! Like, oh my god!
Tell me what you want, and you got it, love. I want all of you. Give me all you got. That's cinema.
Like
that's cinema.
Thank you for that dramatic reading. And
it's poetry.
It's you.
It's so good, and it's so sexy. Like it's like the vibe of the song. Have you heard it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's like
no, I like the song.
No, but like, have
so
you
good.
heard it?
Wait, can you?
I'll say this: I haven't listened to it like you've listened to it.
You definitely have it. There's a part at the end after, or like towards the end of the bridge where there's like, it's not really ad libs, right? And that was a TikTok trend, because it's like people would mess it up all the time. But there's like backing vocals, I guess you could say, of him like screaming, kind of like cinema, and it like itches a part of my brain that has not been reached by anyone or anything else.
Whoa.
Like it like makes me feel like I'm flying. Naked scale all the way, breaking the scale.
For those who didn't listen to the previous
naked
episode,
scale, that's right.
Kaylin has a naked scale for how much a song makes her feel like she should be naked. While
Yeah, not in a sexual way, in like in a freeing way.
And how dare you even assume?
Yeah,
how dare you, everybody,
assume that?
in a dancing like your free way.
Yeah, in a Burning Man way.
I'm into that.
Kind of, yeah. People dance naked at Burning Man.
For sure.
Yeah.
Cinema, it's very funny to me that he's like, I dig your cinema. You're so cool. And it's about her directing Don't Worry, Darling.
Well, but people
Well, I don't know if we could say what she directed, but
people are
it's about her
also,
directing
like,
a movie that did not do well.
or a sex tape.
Oh. That's
Yeah.
some fan blog theory that there's no fucking way that's true. You think it's about her directing their sex tape?
I heard.
Well, no, just a sex tape in general.
I heard an unsubstantiated rumor about Harry
About what?
and Olivia
What?
and a third partner.
Ooh.
Oh, I've heard that. I've heard
This is
like
goss.
that they were like that.
This is
Well,
fully tea. They
I
would
don't
bring
know.
in third people or a specific third person?
Well, the story I heard was a specific third person.
If it's Emrata, I'm gonna.
If it's what?
Is it Emrata?
No, I didn't hear that.
Thank God. Nothing wrong with Emrata. It just there's a picture of them
Emily
kissing.
Ratajkowski.
Ratajkowski. You
yeah.
don't like, you feel like Emily Ratajkowski is the wrong influence for Harry to be around right
No,
now?
there's just like a picture of them kissing that I never needed to see.
Why?
Because why would I want to see my husband kissing somebody
Shouldn't
else?
Harry be happy?
I want him to be happy with me
Yeah, that's crazy.
because that's my man.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I hope he's happy with whoever he ends up with.
Something that I think is really lovely about Harry too.
And by the way, I'm glad you said that.
Something that I think is really lovely about Harry too is that he has the album begins with bangers. It comes back to bangers, but in the middle, lots of slow songs and intimate songs. And I think what's really lovely, he has the song "Little Freak." Or wait,
It's
no, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm thinking of Matilda, and you may know more about the song than I do, but to me, as a casual fan listening to it, it sounds like a song that he's singing to one of his fans that needs it.
I could cry right now.
It is. He's singing like about like you don't need to invite your family to your birthday party because they weren't good to you, and you have your chosen family now.
Oh, wow.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll pull up the lyrics.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, Matilda live is one of the most like beautiful experiences. That, like, all of these, like, seeing Harry Styles live is like really an experience in general. But like my friend, literally every single time she'd hear the first chord of Matilda would just burst into tears.
You can
every
let it
single
go.
time.
You can let it go. You can throw a party full of everyone you know and not invite your family because they never showed you love. You don't have to be sorry for leaving and growing up. It's really lovely.
That's really nice.
And it's like a guy who clearly knows and understands his fans, right?
Yeah.
And maybe he's looking at the Barricade girlies and he's seeing the people that, like, you know,
yeah.
You came to this place for magic. I break into the Nicole Kidman speech.
Well, there is something about, like, actually, I do like that idea a lot because he understands that, like, especially when you're a pop star of that caliber, you are filling a need for people to obsess or to have this, like, larger than life personality sing to you.
Yeah.
On a grand scale.
It's all, well, like, it's just like also what I was saying in the beginning, like talking about all the people I've met, like through the shows and stuff, like talking about chosen family. It's like the fact that I was able to go to these shows and like not, like I went alone to most of the shows I went to, but I was never alone once I got there because either because I knew people there from Twitter and stuff, or just because like if you go alone, people are going to talk to you and then you make friends and then you're hugging and laying on the floor by the end of the show. Like it's genuinely like, that's like how it is. And it's really like, I feel like people like joke about it and are like, you know, such crazed fans, whatever. And it like, I can see how it like looks like that, right? From an outside perspective. But like it
You did
really...
I just want to stop. You did just say that you would be happy with whoever he ended up with, but it couldn't be Emily Ratajkowski.
Anybody except her. No. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It is like really like, it's a really like fun experience. And it's like when like I had like such bad days and I would go to the shows and it like really was like a therapeutic like moment. And that song specifically is
oh
like,
my God.
great.
I can't believe that. I thank you. My absolute favorite part about a Harry Styles concert. I've been to several.
How many?
Maybe 3.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
2 at least.
Junior.
Junior.
So the fans are lovely. And what you the funniest thing that you will ever see, and it like is this is a moment at a concert that reinvigorated my faith in humanity.
Whoa.
So one of my favorite Harry Styles songs is Treat People with Kindness.
Oh, the boot scoot. The boot scoot.
The boot scoot.
It's so fun.
You get so at a
Miles was like, what?
I'm so interested.
on the floor of the concert, you have this, you know, his recent tour was in a round, right? So you have this big circular stage, and so people are all around. And at a normal concert, maybe you'll see like, okay, let's say you go to a band with a huge male following. You're gonna see a mosh pit.
Yeah.
Not at Harry.
Well, there are mosh pits during Kiwi.
But you're seeing a joy pit.
Yes.
And so I think my mind is conflating 2 things. So for Treat People with Kindness, they have the boot scoot, which is on both sides of the stage. They have like these coordinated dances where if I'm correct, on one, like depending on which dance you're gonna do, you report to one side or the other.
Kind of. During Treat People with Kindness, it's one dance. So it's the boot scoot, which is just like a line dance. Like it's like a basic line dance, and everybody does it like during that song. Like
Harry,
everybody.
This is just,
like 2 random fans made it up. I actually follow them on TikTok. They're really fun. But they literally just like started doing it, and then so everyone started doing it, and it's literally just a line dance, and everyone does it. And you do it the entire song. It is tiring. Every single time after that song, I literally am like, it is a lot. But yeah, it's really fun. And then there's also during Kiwi, they do a mosh pit. So it's like everyone gets in a big circle. So it's really interesting to see videos from like up, because I'm always in the pit.
Kiwi, do you know Kiwi?
No.
It's
so fun.
It's Harry fucking rocking out.
Yeah.
And it's one of his go-to end
It's on
of
Fine
the
Line.
End of the
Or no.
No, it's not. How
It's
dare-
on self-titled.
Fake fan.
It's on self-titled, I'm sorry.
It's one of his like go-to and the concert songs. Yeah!
It's so fun.
Harry rocks, man.
And he like throws, like everybody throws water on him during this song, and like everybody's doing a mosh pit. It's like crazy.
Yeah, it's like a real rock out.
He's aiming high. But I can't recall if it's during Kiwi or a different song. But basically, there was, you know, a big circle forms in the pit. And you have one girl in the middle. And they like wait for the thing to break. And they all rush.
Yeah.
But instead of moshing, they jump for joy. And it's like glee, joyous, respectful moshing.
Well, yeah, that's the Kiwi one. It's not
It
like
is
we're
Kiwi.
actually moshing. We're more just like...
It's so fucking cute.
That's
They
really
build up,
cute.
they make the circle, and you're like, oh shit, they're about to fuck each other up. But they don't. Instead, it's like love and respect, and like it feels like the movie. Nope, can't say it.
Yeah.
It's just like they're like throwing flowers at each other.
Yeah,
like
right.
it's like energetically like. They're just like, I see you and you see me and we're all beautiful together.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of cute moments like that. There's another
so
song.
cute.
There's a song. Oh my God, what song is it? Where I was on my way to buy some flowers for you. What song? Oh, is that Grape Juice? I think it's Grape Juice.
Big fan.
I know, fake fan, sorry. But everybody started bringing flowers. And when he sings that line, everybody throws flowers on the stage. During Matilda, there's a line that goes, you can let it go, you can start a family. And everybody started bringing these red heart balloons and releasing them at the same time. Like, it is like such a community at the shows.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So it's clear to me that we're not going to be able to get through the whole album. And I wanted to dive into the One Direction history of it all. I know you've been like, we need 8 episodes, but we need to play. Can you play Harry's audition tape from X Factor?
Isn't she love?
I specifically want him talking to Simon. So what's crazy is that
He's so cute.
the full version of his audition came out a year ago or whatever, and it's terrible. He sings off key, off like it's bad.
Bad song choice for him.
But Simon can see that the crowd is going fucking feral, that all the young women in this crowd are like, who is this charming 16-year-old?
Yeah.
And Simon, like, honestly, Simon Cowell, I didn't know that I thought he was just some dude on TV. Props to this man, because he looks at this young boy and says, one, he chose the wrong song and probably can't hear himself. Let's give him another song and see if he can sing in tune. And he does.
Yeah.
But also, more importantly, Simon goes, this kid's got it. He's got
The X Factor.
And then he fucking created One Direction, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, because they were all
people
about to
don't
go
know
home.
One Direction was created from a reality show.
That's so crazy. Yeah.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Harry Styles.
Okay.
Like, are you kidding me?
I'm kicking my feet.
Okay, Harry. How old are you?
I'm 16.
16.
He's wearing
Okay,
like
so tell me-
a
The
droopy
scarf.
wraparound scarf.
I work in a bakery.
And Harry, so you left school, gone to work there, yeah?
I work there on Saturdays.
Yeah.
But I finished my GCSEs just now.
Yeah.
So I'm
By
going
the way,
to
that
college
bakery
in
you can go
September.
to it, and they have
what are
like
you
a
gonna
cardboard
study at
cutout of him and like stuff like that. And you
law,
can go.
Sociology, business, and something else, but I'm not sure yet.
Wow.
Harry is a lawyer.
So what are you doing here today?
That's hot.
Well, I've always wanted to audition, but I've always been too young.
Okay.
No, the
Was
longer
shocked.
version, there's another version of him singing that is terrible.
It is bad.
Whoa.
It is
Let me
bad.
see if I can find it.
I can't remember what was the song.
The extended cut also, like, you hear him like riffing with Simon about the different pies that the women like.
Okay, and what's popular at the moment?
Sorry?
What's popular?
In the shop.
Yeah.
The Viennese fancy is always a favourite.
I like those. What else?
He's so
Millionaire
charming.
shortbread, big
Like
seller.
that?
And his curly
And what's on
hair.
the way down? Donuts?
White Coburg.
What's that?
White Coburg. It's like a white loaf, and it's like a circle, and it's got like a cross on the top.
Okay, and that's going down. And what about donuts?
Oh, donuts are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like Simon's like, yeah, I'm
Left
gonna be
school,
rich
gone to
forever.
work there, yeah?
I work there on Saturdays.
Yeah.
But I
Okay, so
finished
let's
my
go
GCSE
forward to his
by
first song. They edited this out for TV because they're like, yeah, no.
this time.
And why have you always wanted to audition, Harry?
Because my mum's always told me that I'm a good singer, and so have my friends.
Miss Ann Twist, mother-in-law.
Okay,
So-
mums normally don't know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
Yeah.
I wanted to come and ask from the people who know.
Okay. Well, what do you think? What do you think?
I don't know. I think I could do it, but I think with your help, I could be a lot better than I am.
Wow, and he's humble
Right, what are you
too.
gonna say?
Whoa.
Humble
Kaylin,
King.
were you watching X Factor?
No.
But you were a One Direction girly.
Right after X
Lulu's
Factor,
gonna be
yeah.
happy. It's
I
his
love
favorite
that
song.
No, I love that song, Harry. That's my favorite song on the charts.
Oh God, it's so
What song
bad.
is it that he sings? I can't remember.
Hey, soul sister.
Oh my God.
Right off the bat, it's bad.
Oh, buddy.
He was just a little nervous.
But here's the thing: is that you just had this like 5 minutes of him being the most charming kid, and
Yeah.
then he sings.
Hey, soul sister.
By the way, you just did better. It's more like, hey, soul sister. But now, give him another chance.
Train.
Hey, soul sister. Ain't that Mr. on the radio?
It's like you can hear that he has promise.
You gotta really squint them ears.
I don't wanna miss a single thing you do.
Yo, okay, keep it playing though, because like the
I don't know
audience.
whether it's the track that's throwing you, but can I hear something just you without any music?
I'll do Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder.
Oh, he was probably so nervous.
And then he gets to do it again. But that's crazy that Simon.
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she
Simon's like, yeah, I'm a smart guy.
He's like, I'm about to make millions.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy though how bad his first audition was, and Simon's like, go again. Because you're
Yeah.
so, like, if you can sing even a little bit, we got it made.
Well, that's like
Yeah.
Louis Tomlinson's Louis Tomlinson's, what is it called? Interview?
Audition.
Louis Tomlinson's audition is bad.
Oh.
It's bad.
Are,
Love him, but
Are all of the One Direction boys from X Factor?
yeah. So
They
they
won
all.
X Factor.
Oh, they won.
No, they didn't. They came in second. I know.
Revisionist history.
Who won?
I don't even remember. And exactly like they should have won. But also, I'm glad
But if they had won, maybe it would have been.
They would have been had to be signed like to them because Simon, I'm pretty sure, signed them afterwards, like something he does.
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna be so fucking rich.
Yeah, exactly. They all auditioned separately as like soloists, and then once it got to like the certain rounds, they were all about to be cut. And then I think at the end of this extended cut, they might show it. They show like they're like, oh, what if we put these guys together? Because at the same time, they put together a boy group and a girl group, and we're like, we're gonna let them stay, but they have to like be together.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then magic was made, baby.
Wow.
That is interesting. Like the idea that, like, I don't know, Simon Cowell is such a notorious asshole, but he did create like the craziest.
Look, he's clearly got skill.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I watched this clip and I'm like, oh, you have something.
Yeah, you get
because
this.
you saw you saw what I certainly can't see. I would have been like, get the fuck out of
like
here.
this like good looking little boy.
He's
Like
so charming in that. Are you kidding?
he is though. Like I think probably what he saw is also in that clip, he looks at the audience and he's like smiling at them. He's like gives kind of a
The
nod.
girls in the front row swooned.
Yeah, they
for
swooned.
sure.
Swooners.
I would have passed out probably. I feel like half the battle of being like a star is just being likable. It's not necessarily talent.
100,000,000%.
And I guess this helps us bring it full circle because
He is talented.
Yeah.
No one
Just
was
wanted to
hey,
clarify.
whoa.
Just wanted to clarify.
Your claws came out. And by the way,
I just peed myself a little bit.
you don't have to defend yourself. We love the guy. Okay?
Just making sure that we're all on the
He
same page.
is talented.
I
know.
also was saying that to myself.
I know. He's talented.
Yeah.
I think that this does bring it full circle though, because you look at where Harry began. He was, I guess we're on a roll here. Like he's a heartthrob, right? He is a pop boy who was manufactured on a TV show, put together with other people, right? It's like not an organic growth. And he could have very easily stayed in that lane because so many people are entering into a fandom for things beyond the music. There's, oh my God, he's so hot. Oh, he's so dreamy. Oh, I want him to, like, there's a whole career there. But what I think makes Harry special is that he's not happy with that. He doesn't want to give in to that. He doesn't want to take the easy road out. And so he is, as I said in the beginning, he is aiming high. His musical influences it's the pantheon of the greatest rock and roll and musicians that ever lived. And so I think that's fucking great to have a modern, successful, huge pop star who says, I'm not going to try and make top 40 bullshit. I'm going to make albums. And I do believe Fine Line and Harry's House, those are both really enjoyable, full, long play albums. From start to finish, you put them on in order. It is a good listening experience. I really think he's great. I think the world of him. I'm happy we have him. I feel lucky that we have him.
I also feel really lucky to have him in all seriousness.
What is the trajectory of his career? Like, was Harry's House, I mean, from everyone I've heard, it's a fucking revered album.
So
Grammy Award winning.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah. I mean, Fine Line, I think, is what really cemented him. The first, it's untitled, self-titled? What?
Self-titled. It's just Harry Styles.
Yeah, I'm afraid about this. I think it's a good but not great album. It's an inconsistent album to me.
I don't feel the same.
I know you don't.
Is that your favorite one?
No. Harry's House is my favorite one, actually.
Oh, cool. But Fine Line came out, and that has Watermelon Sugar.
Watermelon Sugar is not my favorite song.
But that I feel like is what broke him through to the next level.
Yeah.
And
That is
then
true.
just back to back, he's like, hey, I'm not done recording. I got another album. I mean, you remember, he headlined Coachella before Harry's House had even come out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I will say Watermelon Sugar was definitely, because like Sign of the Times was on the radio, but I don't know if it was like the Watermelon Sugar was like, everyone knew that song. And I realized it because people started calling him the Watermelon Sugar guy instead of the guy from One Direction.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like people, like I would go to concerts and overhear people that like didn't even know that he was in One Direction. So I really think like Watermelon Sugar kind of helped him break out of that. Like people not, like the boy band
It was
thing.
such a hit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, there's one song that I love, but when he sings it live, he sings it different.
Adore You?
Yes.
He sings it in a lower key
So
live.
it's, honey, I walk through fire for you. Just let me adore you. You know that song,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So when he sings it live, he goes, walk through fire for you. Just let me adore you.
I think it's kind of sensual.
Do you? Here's a question actually for you, Kaylin. Do you have any critiques of Mr. Styles as a super fan?
Just in general.
Sure, or
Besides
just like
the Emily Ratajkowski
Yeah,
photo.
obviously
Yeah,
besides
besides
that.
that one, yeah.
I wish that could delete from my brain forever.
Like from the sources, from the source, the sort of
I
untapped
have one.
fandom of Harry Styles. I'm wondering, like, what's the critique from boots on the ground, what it's like to be in his wheelhouse all the time?
I think I have two. One, I always say to people that I think Harry, like personality-wise, obviously I don't actually know him. I feel like I do.
Yeah.
But just to be clear,
Yes, sure. Yeah.
I feel like he'd be a great friend. Like I really feel like he's a good person. I've never heard of a story of somebody meeting him and him being like anything but like the best. However, I feel like he would be a bad boyfriend.
I think you're right.
I think he'd be a
But
little
he'd be a
toxic.
great husband to you someday.
Exactly. And he will be. He's just, messing around right now. He's like finding his footing until he's ready to be good for me.
Yes.
Woo, yeah.
I have a critique.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think that his official merch doesn't go hard enough.
So true.
I'm
His
right now.
merch
I'm
team-
rocking an Etsy shirt. Harry's
Really?
House. Yeah.
This is official merch, but it's literally just words. So like you can't really mess that up.
Oh,
He had the
But-
rabbit one for the fine line.
I liked that. I liked
fine.
the checker with the rabbits, but like his merch team has an obsession with deep frying shit. Like
what does that mean?
it's like the
Contrasted
yes,
and, like, affected
contrasted, like very like just ugly. I still buy it.
Yeah.
When I did go home during my lunch break to change into the shirt, I literally have like so much Harry merch. I have a pile of like shirts in the corner of my room that don't fit in my closet, and it's just all Harry shirts. Like I probably have like a good 50.
50, sure.
I don't even know why you get that many.
I don't know why either. It's a little bit of like a FOMO thing. It's like if I don't have that shirt,
Yeah, you won't have it.
like I need to have that shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want it?
I have another critique of him.
What's that?
Oh,
Please.
So I think his live shows are great. Like I've talked so much good stuff about his live shows, and I don't think he needs this, but I think it would really elevate his like stage graphics slash
his visuals are
show.
not good enough.
The visuals aren't really
I
there.
agree.
Like it works because he is so talented and like so charming that he can like grab an audience that you don't really miss it. But I think it would elevate the performances
Well, and
so
his
much.
visuals, we're talking about like what's on the screen.
Yeah.
They're not good enough, and then they're not good enough, and they play them instead of letting me see him sometimes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm like, well, if you're gonna take away Harry, give me something better,
Right.
Yeah.
or at least as good, and you're not. You're giving me something worse.
Yeah, I will say his like shows in
the
other
way,
countries are better.
Very brave of you.
Thank you.
Whoa.
His shows
Thank
in
you.
other countries are better.
Well, because they're usually stadiums in other countries, and so he has like it's not like in the round, so he's like a big screen behind him that has like a bunch of stuff going on, and like fireworks and stuff.
Time for fun facts. I'm hoping you have some. I have one.
He has 4 nipples.
I
He
think we
does.
have to end. He has 4 nipples.
Look it up. He has 4 nipples.
But where are the other
where
two?
are the other?
They're like on like just lower on his stomach.
Like a cat.
Oh.
He's like a cow or a kitty.
Yeah,
like a doggy,
Like a cow.
like a
Yeah.
like a kitty cat. Meow meow.
like I almost said something weird, but so anyways,
By the way,
it's like a
you've been
thing.
saying weird things the whole episode. You don't need to.
Censor myself
Yeah,
now.
you don't need
No,
to
I
start
did
now.
because you are my coworkers. So and my boss.
Yeah.
So
If you were in a safe space at the barricade, then you
right,
could
then I
say
would
it.
totally let it out. But yeah, I think fun fact. I mean, it's a thing that he's talked about like forever. Like he has 4 nipples.
I'd like to see one of the other nipples. I've seen him shirtless a lot.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
mostly shirtless.
They're just like little, like you can see like when you look at him shirtless.
That's the thing is that people with 3rd and 4th nipples are not as exciting as you.
They're
want
not
them
full
to be.
nips.
No,
Show me a full 3rd nip and then we'll talk.
We'll talk.
for sure.
We'll chit chat.
Do you like all his tattoos? You don't have to answer that. You're a fan.
No, I do. I'm trying to think. I don't like the newest one.
What is it?
Hey.
It says Olivia
He got in a. Oh man.
on his thigh, but
Are they still together?
No.
That's so psycho.
but he has a song, a One Direction song called Olivia.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it's about for sure.
Yeah.
The only fun fact I have is that the album Harry's House is named after Hosono's House,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is a Japanese 1970s city pop album. I've listened to the album. It's a great album. He's does not sound alike, but there is some city pop reference or influences on the album. So go
Yeah,
listen to
it is
Hosono's
cool.
House.
trying to think if I have any other like.
You've given us
Good
plenty.
ones.
You've given us so many
You've
things.
given us so
Yeah.
much.
so much more than we deserve.
I know. I feel like I've been less funny and more like crazy this episode a little bit. Like this is how I talk. Like this is me like every one of my podcasts, but it feels a little weird.
Kaylin, we didn't bring you here for the comedy.
We brought you here because you are unbridled stand-up. And by the way,
Yeah.
and I think I know the answer to this, but is Harry your top stand person?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say it is almost tied with like a few K-pop groups, but he has always been.
up there.
He's been the longest running. I've obviously seen him the most. Like people, I think when they think me, they think Harry Styles.
Would you go see any movie that Harry's in?
Yes. Yeah, I would say the only thing that rivals him for me is K-pop. But it's in kind of a different way.
Yeah.
Because to me, like Harry feels a little bit more real.
Yeah, and K-pop rocks, but it's a much more produced bit.
Yeah, for sure.
I know that John Mayer played guitar on 2 of the songs, but who gives a shit?
I saw him.
I mean, he's a great guitarist. He's a great guitarist, but like, that's not a fun fact.
Fun fact is, sorry. Sorry, do you want to sing?
No, I was singing Jack Johnson.
Kind of a fun fact is it's really fun to go to Harry Styles concerts and see all the celebrities. I saw BTS at a Harry Styles concert and I lost my shit.
Holy fuck, that's cool.
BTS and Lizzo at the same concert. That concert, I wasn't even looking at Harry the entire time. I was.
You're looking at BTS? That's awesome.
And then I've seen all the Kardashians. I've seen who else have I seen? I saw Ellen DeGeneres. Sorry, I'm tugging on words.
I think I saw Ellen DeGeneres at a show. Maybe I'm making that up. I know that James Corden was at
I've
one of the
seen him.
shows, and everyone like cheered, and I'm like, don't
cheer for
don't
James.
do this.
Yeah.
Don't ever cheer for James.
Who else? There's a lot of celebrities come to his shows, and they always sit, at least at the Forum, they always sit in the same spot, which is
Yep.
like right in the front.
It's the Forum Club
like,
box.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm always looking out, and it's fun. I saw Hillary Duff.
Duff?
Yeah, Queen.
Okay,
So,
I have a Harry's house story, and I'm gonna tell the story to you guys, and you're gonna have to tell me if it's mean in case this man hears it. Because so I went to Harry's house. Actually, I think this was the Fine Line tour. Either way, went to see Harry Styles, had a great time, was blazing on that edible. I was high as a kite. I just was so good. You know, you're
I for sure smoked a joint on the Forum floor.
you're post concert goofy, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm walking back, and a very sweet young girl, a fan, wants to say hi and take a photo.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, but you gotta let me hold your sign. Like it's a joke, whatever. She had a Harry Styles sign. So I hold the sign. Her mom goes to like take the photo.
Oh, no.
And her mom can't figure it out. And I've stepped off from the line of like people leaving the show, and I'm like, there's a spotlight on me, and I'm high and paranoid.
Oh, no.
And she's like, Mom, you have to do the camera, Mom. And like, she's like yelling at her mom. There's like, oh, hold on, I got it. And so now people are walking by, and they're looking like, who is this guy taking a photo? And I'm like, this is mortifying. But then the little girl, I don't know how old she was, she goes to take off her face mask. This was, she had her COVID mask on, and she has like this curly hair. So it's somehow her mask is like caught in her hair.
Been there.
And she's like pulling it, like yanking it, like, and I'm like, well, it's okay. And like her hair's like getting ripped out, and she's wearing long dangly cherry earrings.
Oh no!
I don't know if cherries have a hairy significance.
Are you literally kidding? The song that's called Cherry?
Sorry. So she's wearing her cherry earrings, and she rips one of the earrings out of her ear.
Like rips through the ear?
I don't know. It just the thing came out. And so now the cherry goes dunk, 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 and it rolls away underneath a giant pickup truck. And I am standing here with her sign, and the mom hasn't taken a photo yet, and she goes scampering off.
Did you steal the sign?
No, and I'm like, hey, let's see, we can do the photo first. She's like, no, 1 second. She gets down on her fucking hands and knees, then lowers to her belly and shimmies her way under the fucking truck. And I'm like, I want to run away more than anything. I'm just holding her sign. I'm trapped. And she goes, she gets the fucking cherry. She comes up, we take the photo, and a piece of me died.
Yeah,
that is so chaotic.
And I also, the whole time, I'm like, oh no, this is not a good memory for you.
Right? It's like,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, girl.
Yeah, like you're gonna think about this and it's gonna be bad.
No, I know that she went home and was like, fuck my life. Like,
And here we are making fun of her. We're not making fun of her.
it's more funny thinking about you being high in that situation, being like,
Yeah, that
just
sucks.
standing still with the sign, like,
Things kept getting worse. And it was like this. Here's the thing also, like, if I didn't have the sign, would I have just run? Like,
Yeah, right.
maybe.
I don't know.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Yeah, I was so high at a Harry show once that I just like laid on the floor almost the entire show.
That's hilarious.
Honestly,
It was
Missed
honestly really
Sounds
fun.
lit.
It was fun.
Yeah, no, it was. I just laid there and like looked at the sky,
You were
well,
trying-
the ceiling.
Did you get trampled from all the people around you?
No, everybody lays on the floor a lot actually.
Really?
During Sign of the Times specifically, it's a thing for everyone to lay on the floor.
I got to go to a Harry show. I've never been to a Harry show. Honestly, I'm not a
You
big
would love
concert
it.
goer in general, but I feel like you guys are kind of inspiring me.
Well, he just Love on Tour just wrapped up like last week, so we probably won't be hearing from him for another like 4 years. So
Oh, I missed my opportunity.
yeah,
Missed my shot. Well, classic. You really opened my eyes to stan culture in a humanizing way.
and really, we just scraped the surface.
By the way, there's been several times during this episode where Zach has made a comment and you've looked at me like, can you believe it? And it's like, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Miles, I feel like you would be like I feel like you get it.
I do get it. I mean, I'm obsessive about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Harry Styles is just not one of them yet.
What I appreciate the yet. You said we just scratched the surface. So lightning round. Tell us the topics that might be awaiting us if we are to bring you back to talk about Harry Styles again.
Well, I feel like it's like Twitter. Like I mentioned Twitter a few times.
Lightning
It's
round.
a whole ecosystem.
Lightning.
That's all I'm saying. It's a whole ecosystem. Twitter, outfits,
Yeah, you're so right.
Sure.
fan fiction, big, obviously.
That dress shoot that he did.
Oh, so true. Vogue. He's a model.
The music videos.
Music videos. I mean, One Direction we only dipped into. There's so much more there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Zayn.
Yeah, lots to unpack.
Zayn.
Kaylin told me the other day the story of her finding out in the lunchroom about One Direction breaking up, and I'm not exaggerating. It is her 9/11.
No, it was. I March 25th, 2015. I
Fall to your
sobbed.
knees.
It's not a far exaggeration. I was sobbing. I was full on sobbing, almost had like a panic attack and had to leave school.
Oh my God.
And then I wore a One Direction shirt to school the next day in solidarity.
You wore all black in a One Direction shirt.
It was a black One Direction shirt. It was a black Midnight Memories One Direction shirt. And
Whoa.
yeah, it was bad and I'll never forgive him.
Zayn.
For who?
Yeah,
Zayn?
Zayn, yeah.
Because he broke them up.
Did you see the clip that's going viral of him? Eugene showed this to me today. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, so Zayn was on Call Her Daddy.
Oh.
And
Is it the chickens?
No, I didn't realize that he has such a thick accent, and
Yeah,
it's
he
the
does.
way he says daughter. Okay,
yeah.
so this is a great place to end because we'll never forgive Zayn. So
having a conversation like since I've had my
It hurts me to hear his voice.
since I've had my daughter, the main thing in my mind is trying to
He has a
be a
thick
good
ass
example to her.
since I had my
If I had my
daughter,
daughter.
Since
Yeah,
I've had
it's
my
really
daughter,
trauma.
The main
he just swallowed the T.
You just had trauma flashbacks from listening to Zayn.
Yeah.
Since I've had my daughter, since I've had my daughter.
Daughter.
And look, you may be saying we're making fun of accents. Yeah, we are.
Anyway, gang.
Kaylin, thank you so much for sharing your love of Harry, for giving us a tour through the fandom. Where can people find you?
You can find me at Kaylin Hertz on Instagram, CailynHoertz. And my podcast, Two Birds Both Stone, where we get high and talk about pop culture. It's super fun. Yeah.
And Kaylin's killing it over on the Try Guys socials. And the Try Guys just had their Romeo and Juliet live stream. If you were not able to watch it live, you can still watch it. It's really great. So go check it out. I'm at Cornday and all things.
I'm Miles Bond on all the things.
And we'll have the gang back.
Bye.
Bye.